Right now, we are at the very, very beginning of cryptocurrency adoption. We are still so early. Only around 1% of the world's population is invested and using cryptocurrency. 1%. You are part of that 1% if you're watching this channel right now. So by knowing that, you know that you're super early to this platform.
Alright guys, so jumping into these PayPal crypto merchant payments, they did announce this on Twitter this morning. So they said, today we are announcing the launch of Checkout with Crypto, a new way for PayPal customers to check out with cryptocurrency to pay for select online purchases. So the thing about this is it's converting it to fiat currency and paying the merchant in that. So this is a massive step towards mass adoption regardless. People are now going to be able to use their cryptocurrency on PayPal, instantly convert it to fiat currency and pay millions of different merchants with that cryptocurrency technically.
As you can read here, PayPal launches checkout with crypto where merchant can accept Litecoin. In other words, Litecoin is accepted wherever PayPal is accepted. I think a lot of people were really hoping that Litecoin will just skyrocket after the PayPal news, but for some reason it hasn't. So if you actually check the graph from Coinbase in the last 24 hours or after the news has been announced, like it has not really changed a lot. Actually, it went from 180 to quickly 189, but then it's dropping right now on March 31st. Hopefully in April it goes back up.
And it's combining two things, and that's another one that I want to talk about as well, is when a project combines something from the traditional world, so to speak, or the old world, so to speak, of index funds or sort of the hedge funds that are around the world, and a new technology such as crypto, such as blockchain, DeFi, NFTs, another buzzword, let's throw another one there. When you combine those two things, and the key one here is when you combine index funds and crypto, you put them together, you get something such as Statera. And I think they're doing this really well. We've worked closely with the team before, so we've talked to the team. They've got some really smart people behind this project. And if you look at the white paper, I've read it before, they've got a really interesting roadmap as well. And so number of funds that you can go into. There is the high risk fund. If you want to go to something that's high risk, you can go into the low risk fund. And there's also something called the Titan fund as well, all in the website. And so Statera is a smart contract powered index deflationary, that's another keyword there as well, token, which synergizes with a trustless and community driven portfolio of a class leading cryptocurrencies.
And if we head over to CoinGecko quickly, coingecko.com, and then we type Statera, so STA token, the market cap went from 7 million to 9 million, so it's still pretty low. And if we head over here, we see that yesterday it went from 0.08 to about 0.1. Okay, so it's actually going up. And I think maybe it's after the guy released the video, but if we look at the 7 days chart, it was actually at 0.1 at some point on March 24th, and then it went down, and then it's going back up. And I think as the interest to this type of Lowcap Gem grows, it's going to be increasing in an exponential rate. So you want to get in those coins where when they're still this low, where can you get them? Market. You can actually get that on Uniswap, who.com, 1inch. I think all those other exchanges are sort of trash. I'm not trashing them, but I think they're not as secure as something like Uniswap. So you can use your Coinbase wallet to actually connect that with Uniswap and swap the token there. Yes, Uniswap fees are outrageous, maybe $30, but then if you join a project that has this low of a market cap, then you're really better off. You can achieve massive gain. Like this type of project can go to 900 million easily. If it goes to 900 million or 9 billion, you have 1,000 extra investment. And another important thing that I look for in a low cap gem is the max supply. You can see that the max supply, the reason why the price of Bitcoin tremendously increased is because the max supply is less than 21 million. It's about 18 million, and then you have tremendous interest. This one is just 100 million coin max supply, but then the circulating supply is already 81 million. So imagine when the interest to cryptocurrency would dramatically increase. This will just go nuts.
Well, Vechain, that's another one, a project I've been supporting for a long time. Yes, even though they're down 8% today, but what I'm looking at is this past week, and they are up 15%. Bitcoin being down 3%, Vechain up 15%, which means you would have gained 18% on top of Bitcoin. So yes, it definitely has helped my portfolio. Now, Vechain has been coming up and up and up recently, and I'm glad to see that. And they didn't pump up like Filecoin due to, Grayscale Trust or anything big. They're finally coming up because people are realizing, if you look at promising smart contract plays, blockchains, who are the ones that have the most traction? Well, Vechain arguably has the most traction of all the chains because they're already in use. They have some of the biggest projects out there. And you know what? This is enormous. This project is enormous. And you don't want to sleep on Vechain. If you're not familiar, check out my previous videos. Also, just check out their partnerships. It's absolutely enormous.
So Wabi has a circulating supply of 100 million coins and a market cap of $26 million. So this coin is super small, and I think we are getting in at the perfect time. So as you guys can see right here on the max time frame chart, I believe we're starting, to see the next bull run for Wabi specifically. And considering how low the market cap is and the fundamentals, which I'm going to get into for you guys in just a second, which I think are absolutely amazing, I think this coin has extreme potential to not just double, not just triple. I think this could easily be a 10x and maybe even higher than that, especially once more people start hearing about it. So let's talk about the fundamentals. You guys are going to see how much potential this actually has. So Wabi created their blockchain in order to track better business data. And looking at it, it says this is not a white paper or a proof of concept. Wabi is actively being used by thousands of consumers and has cemented itself as a useful tool for consumer brand interactions.
So if we head over to CoinGecko again and then we search for Wabi, we can actually see that on March 31st, first of all, it's tradable on Binance and on other exchanges that I don't really trust. I mean, on Uniswap V1, so you can buy it on Binance or Uniswap, but I think the other ones I really don't trust them. So do your own research. Look at the price in the last 30 days. You can actually see that it went from about 0.2 to now 0.9, so it about 4x in 1 month. And then if we look further down at the max supply, you actually see that the max supply is 100 million coin. Now, I always talk about the max supply because this is important. If the max supply is limited, there is more than 7 billion people in the world, and you only have a coin that has 1 million max supply, then as the interest for those coins increase, then you will have tremendous gain on the price. And currently the market cap is only 55 million, super small still. So you put, this is not financial advice, you put $100 and then this easily goes to 55 billion, you earn $100,000. So do your own research. None of this is financial advice, only for entertainment purposes only. The goal of this channel is really to compile the best information across all those other great channels that I put the name in the video so that you can also follow them. But then I wanted to compile the best videos on the low gems out there and also the best cryptocurrencies out there. Until next time, take care of yourself. Please like and subscribe. Peace.